Om Namo Narayanaya, welcome back. So we're reading chapter 18, the battle between Lord Boar and the demon Hiranyaksha. I hope we are reading this because this is the third attempt I've done at this video. So the first one, I kept having trucks pass by outside that were so loud and so obnoxious. Literally, I could barely hear myself read. You know, in this age where we're talking about buy electric cars and be environmental, I then hear these diesel trucks. Which sound like, I don't even know what they sound. A tank? I mean, I don't even, a cement mixer exploding or something. I don't even know. It's just so loud and so horrible. And it kept happening. And it's not the right soundtrack to this chapter. So then I tried it again, and a motorbike went by. And I could still hear the thing, and I was looking out the window as it was going by and interrupted again. And it was well out of sight, and yet the thing is still so loud. I just don't like noisy cars. My brother had a car, and it was really noisy, and I said to my mom, "Oh God, I hope he gets that fixed." And my mom's like, "Yeah, that's how it's supposed to sound." I'm like, "Oh God, I don't want people to notice me." Not that way. So we're going to try this take 3. I guess it's, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, thus is life living in an apartment and when you don't want to close the windows. So here we go. The battle between Lord Boar opens up with the demon Hiranyaksha. The proud and falsely glorious Daita demon paid little heed to the words of Varuna. He learned from Narada the whereabouts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and hurriedly betook himself to the depths of the ocean. He saw there the all-powerful Personality of Godhead in his boar incarnation, bearing the earth upward at the ends of his tusks and robbing him of his splendor with his reddish eyes. The demon laughed. Oh, amphibious beast. Oh, best of the demigods, dressed in the form of a boar, just hear me. This earth is entrusted to us, the inhabitants of the lower regions, and you cannot take it from my presence and not be hurt by me. You rascal! You have been nourished by our enemies to kill us, and you have killed some demons by remaining invisible. Fool, your power is only mystic, so today I shall enliven my kinsmen by killing you. When you fall dead with your skull smashed by my mace hurled by these arms, the demigods and sages who offer you oblations and sacrifice and devotional service will also automatically cease to exist, like trees without roots. Although the Lord was pained by the shaft-like abusive words of the demon, he bore the pain. But, seeing that the earth, on the ends of his tusks, was frightened, he rose out of the water, just as an elephant emerges with its female companion when assailed by an alligator. The demon, who had golden hair on his head and fearful tusks, gave chase to the Lord while he was rising from the water, even as an alligator would chase an elephant. Roaring like thunder, he said, "Are you not afraid of running away before a challenging adversary? There is nothing reproachable for shameless creatures." The Lord placed the earth within his sight on the surface of the water and transferred to her his own energy in the form of the ability to float on the water. While the enemy stood looking on, Brahma, the creator of the universe, extolled the Lord, and the other gods rained flowers on him. The demon, who had a wealth of ornaments, bangles, and beautiful golden armor on his body, chased the Lord from behind with a great mace. The Lord tolerated his piercing ill words, but in order to reply to him, he expressed his terrible anger. Lord Vishnu, as Lord Boar, said, "Indeed, we are creatures of the jungle, and we are searching after hunting dogs like you. One who is free from the entanglement of death has no fear from the loose talk in which you are indulging, for you are bound by the laws of death. Certainly we have stolen the charge of the inhabitants of Rasatala and have lost all shame. Although bitten by your powerful mace, I shall now stay here in the water for some time, because having created enmity with a powerful enemy, I now have no place to go. You are supposed to be the commander of many foot soldiers, and now you may take prompt steps to overthrow us. Give up your foolish talk and wipe out the cares of your kith and kin by slaying us. One may be proud, yet he does not deserve a seat in an assembly if he fails to fulfill his promised word. The demon, being thus challenged by Lord Vishnu, became angry and agitated, and he trembled in anger like a challenged cobra. Hissing indignantly, all his senses shaken by wrath, the demon quickly sprang upon the Lord and dealt him a blow with his powerful mace. The Lord, however, by moving slightly aside, dodged the violent mace blow aimed at his breast, just as an accomplished yogi would elude death. Lord Vishnu now exhibited his anger and rushed to meet the demon, who bit his lip in rage, took up his mace again, and began to repeatedly brandish it about. Then, with his mace, the Lord struck the enemy on the right of his brow, but since the demon was expert in fighting, he protected himself by a maneuver of his own mace. In this way, the demon Hiratya and the Lord struck each other with their huge maces, each enraged and seeking his own victory. There was keen rivalry between the two combatants. Both had sustained injuries on their bodies from the blows of each other's pointed maces, and each grew more and more enraged at the smell of blood on his person. In their eagerness to win, they performed maneuvers of various kinds, and their contest looked like an encounter between two forceful bulls for the sake of a cow. Brahma, the most independent demigod of the universe, accompanied by his followers, came to see the terrible fight for the sake of the world between the demon and Lord Vishnu, who appeared in the form of Lord Boar. Arriving at the place of comment, Brahma, the leader of thousands of sages and transcendentalists, saw the demon, who had attained such unprecedented power that no one could fight with him. He then addressed Narayana as Lord Boar for the first time, and Lord Brahma said, "My dear Lord, this demon has proved to be a constant pinprick to the demigods, the brahmanas, the cows, and the innocent persons who are spotless and always dependent upon worshipping your lotus feet. He has become a source of fear by unnecessarily harassing them. Since he has attained a boon from me, he has now become a demon, and always searching for a proper combatant, wandering all over the universe for his infamous purpose. My dear Lord, there is no need to play with this serpentine demon, who is always very skilled in conjuring tricks, and is arrogant, self-sufficient, and most wicked. My Lord, you are infallible, so please kill this sinful demon before the demonic hour arrives and he presents another formidable approach favorable to him. You can kill him by your internal potency without doubt. My Lord, the darkest evening which covers the world is fast approaching. Since you are the soul of all souls, kindly kill him and win victory for the demigods." This auspicious period, known as Abhichat, which is most opportune for victory, commenced at midday and has all but passed. Therefore, in the interest of us and your friends and your devotees, please dispose of this formidable foe quickly. This demon, lucky for us, has come of his own accord to you, his death ordained by you. Therefore, kill him in the duel and establish the world in peace. Thus ends chapter 18. Thankfully I managed to get through it with hopefully not too many interruptions, or nothing worse than normal. The great fight between Lord Boar and the demon. I think I said when I first started reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a chapter in Canto 1 where it lists the incarnations of Lord Vishnu, and I'm like, that was so brief and so confusing, I want more. Finally we're getting more, and I now wonder, will we be hearing stories of the other incarnations as the Srimad Bhagavatam goes on? Alright, in the next chapter we find out what happens to Lord Boar and the demon Hiranyaksha, so please tune in then, and thank you for hanging out with me. I hate when I keep trying to do this over and over again. It's very frustrating. But it's warm and I don't want to close the windows. And it's not like this is a glamorous studio, it's just my home. So, till next time, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.